Hello, my name's Brad Baker and welcome to Brad Baker's Photography Life. Now this will be a series of short films which will be instructional videos and a behind the scenes look at what it takes to be a landscape photographer. Now what I'll show is from leaving the house right through to going to locations, setting up, walking to scenic spots, and then packing up, coming home, and then going through the editing post-process phase. As I sit there thinking what else to say, I guess it would be best if we make a start on the first episode. Welcome. Let's time lapse. Shooting some stills, I noticed the sun was going down behind some clouds, so repositioned the camera and continued doing some time lapse. With this series of stills, what I'm trying to show is my thought processes. So the first few images will be ones that weren't acceptable for me, ones I didn't like for whatever reason, and the one with the shutter noise is the one I selected out of the series of images. During the morning and up until about lunchtime, the thing that really struck me about this part of the Grampians National Park was they had a bushfire a couple of years ago, and the area is only just starting to recover, so it had very, very burnt, charred ground and tree trunks. However, the leaves were and the grass were a real vivid green. So I was trying for a variety of depths of field and focal points. I was trying different compositions, different focal lengths, and different locations to really try and emphasize the contrast between the dead trees and the vivid green foliage. have a couple that I wasn't happy with at all. So yeah, this one, obviously see the dust all the way through in front of the camera there. I was aiming for the starburst effect from behind a black tree with everything else properly exposed and the bright green of the foliage. And this one here as well, was aiming for a nice dark blue sky contrasting with the black and the bright green, and yeah, didn't quite manage to get it right. This waterfall was something I really enjoyed shooting. Initially I tried to use a fast shutter speed to freeze the water splashes, and I went back to a more traditional slower shutter speed. I was aiming for the classic milky water effect, however I managed to pick a shutter speed that made the water look more like strands, and I think it gave a really pleasing effect. After the waterfall, I struggled a little bit to get anything that I really liked, but I did see this little guy. This was a great place to do some editing. There was power, which is always a boon. It was out of the cold, fairly quiet, and for 4 $1 coins you could do your washing as well. I finished editing and it was time to go to bed.